All right, kids. I've actually got the last vlog you might have seen, the first snow 2017 vlog uploading right now. So as you might have seen that footage, if you haven't watched that video, go check that out now. I have lost my main camera that I've done all my vlogging on. Most of my vlogging, my last, year of vlogs have been on it. It's not like with Danny and Charles lost it. It's somewhere in my house, I hope. Lost it. We've been doing some lot of cleaning and moving stuff around, and it probably just got stuck somewhere. But I will be finding it soon. But yeah, pretty much after I filmed the intros of the previous vlogs, right after that I misplaced it. Plan on doing right now. I've got the camera that filmed that last vlog. I still have, but it likes to do this fun thing, which is why I got rid of it. Where it will just stop recording. Sometimes I have trouble even getting it to turn on. It acts like the battery just isn't there. It won't zoom for me anymore. The other fun thing is when my laptop switched over to Windows 10, I talked about a couple things before. Somehow, a lot of like my old footage I can't use anymore. I can't use my intro and outro anymore. The other fun thing is anything that's not with my cameras, it won't recognize on my Windows Movie Maker, which is what I do the vlogs on. I've tried using my mom's camera and it just doesn't see that footage. I even tried, at the end of that last vlog, I even tried filming on my laptop camera, just using my webcam, and it goes, nope, I don't recognize that footage. For whatever odd reason, my video editor won't let me use anything but what comes out of my Canon. Why? I don't know, but that's the problem I'm facing. So until I find my Canon again, or I can beat my old Canon into working, I'm just gonna do some podcasts, kind of give you guys a little story time, updates, and just talk to you guys this way. This way, else you don't have to look at my ugly face and the lovely background that usually comes with my videos anyway. Ha. So things are getting a little weird for me right now. This is not gonna be a happy vlog. Well, it's gonna be a bittersweet vlog. It's gonna be a little mix of happy and sad because I don't know really how much I mentioned back on Christmas Day. Actually, I was kind of feeling sick and I ended up with the flu. In the classic sense of the flu, it was just without going too many details. If any of you are on my Facebook, you saw some details there. But I was feeling sick. Just kind of. I was having some weird things happening on Christmas Day, Christmas night. Um, all of a sudden, like I went to bed and flipped over and kept switching between my heater and just turning a fan on my little personal space heater. It has a fan setting for when I get hot, and I kept switching back and forth between the two of them for like a couple hours. And then all of a sudden, I started shaking like my room was, 20 below zero. I mean, my body was just absolutely convulsing. I mean, it wasn't like a seizure or anything like that. Just like I really, my body was shaking as if my room was an ice palace. And I mean, I've never had that happen when I've been in cold weather. I grew up in southern Indiana, and I had, came into the living room where I actually found some of my old thermometers. Yes, they're in my living room because when I'm sick, it's easier staying here rather than going to my room or bathroom. But anyway, that's a long story. I checked the my temperature, and all of a sudden it was saying 102.2. Now, to give you perspective, my normal body temperature is 97.2. So for it to be 90, or for my temperature to be 102, we got a problem. So I was out of work pretty much like I go off on Christmas break weekend and then ended up taking almost another 3 or 4 days off of work. Problem with that being is Walmart has a very strict policy of you're allowed to miss 9 days or 9 points. You're allowed to get 9 points within a 6 month rolling period. And pretty much the points are if you call it for the day, it's a point. If you come in, if you leave work more than 2 hours early, that's a point. If you come in work more than 2 hours late, that's a point. If you come in just a few minutes, or if you clock in, more than between 10 hours to 2 hours, 10 minutes to 2 hours, that's half a point. Or if you leave work within that last 2 hours, but before, I think you can only leave 9 minutes early, that's half a point. And you're allowed to, accrue up to 9 points in a 6 month rolling period. Sadly, because of, you guys have seen and I've talked about it before, I'm dealing with stomach problems. Had a little bit of issues with nosebleeds again in September. And we had issues with our car, change over from our van to our car. And then he started having issues. Our car had radiator issues, which you can see my other vlogs. My think lost footage vlog has got some of that information in it. I had to call out a lot, or I had a couple days where I had to leave early being sick or dealt with something, or end up late because of Rory, which is the name of my car. So if you hear me talk about Rory, Rory's my car, Hannah is our van. I think I mentioned that in my vlogs, of why they're named what they are. I'll go into that later if need be. But with being out, with the flu right after Christmas, put me at 10 and a half points. So if you're doing the math, that puts me over 9. And so Friday, North Carolina, a good chunk of North Carolina, central North Carolina, got hit with a good chunk of snow. And so, actually, most of it hit like Friday night and then kept going through most of Saturday. Well, as you know, Saturday's my regular day off. And end up, the snow lasted and the roads were iced up until Tuesday. So Wednesday I went back to work and mom actually ended up was scheduled off that day. So it was easy. She just dropped me off. And I don't know, it was kind of weird. I kind of knew this was happening. I knew what was going to happen when I got into work. I don't know. I really haven't talked about much, but I've got it's not ESP or something like that. I'm prophetic where there's just those things where you just kind of like know. It's kind of like when you watch those scary movies and you know what's gonna happen. You see like, oh, that girl's gonna go in that room and she gonna get killed, and there she goes, stupid bitch. I just have those moments where just like you can like almost read people. It's like, oh, this person's gonna be a trouble customer or whatnot. Um, it was just something about Wednesday. I just kind of had this feeling. I almost told mom, hey, don't go too far. Don't be surprised if I end up having to go home. But I don't know. I didn't say anything to her. But, she dropped me off and I put my stuff away, went to the time clock. And our time clock at work, I don't know if other places do this, because it's got a digital message screen. And every now and then they can put personalized messages on there like, hey, don't forget to do your computer stuff. Don't forget to do your paperwork before you leave tonight. Come see this manager before you leave or before you start your day. Or even just like when we had our holiday, we did our 12 days of Christmas. It told us tomorrow is red and green day or tomorrow is donut day or whatnot. But when I clocked in, it said, see personnel before you go to the front end. I'm like, okay, that's weird. And I'm like thinking like, is anybody else is saying this? Because we actually did have one day where everyone said, Tom, please do your CBLs today. And we're all like, I'm not Tom. Did you get Tom's message? I got Tom's message. Did you get Tom? Oh my God, we all got Tom's message. So I was thinking, okay, maybe this is just, an error or it's something minor. Um, February is the beginning of our fiscal year. So it could have been they're doing the evals and everything around now. So I thought maybe it was that. I went into personnel and one of our assistant managers was on the phone talking to another associate and our personnel manager was dealing with paperwork. So I was just standing there just waiting. One of my supervisors was in there and I said, it told me to see personnel before I went up front. Do you know what's going on? She said, no. It just kind of gave me that look. I'm like, okay, so just, let everybody know I'm back here. I'm not just, lollygagging. I have to see personnel before I come in. When the assistant manager got off the phone, I was like, actually went to our personnel manager, so I went and interrupt the call. I said, do you know why it said I had to come back here before I went up front? And the assistant manager actually goes, actually, that would be me. I need you. I was like, okay, okay, that's kind of weird. She's not my assistant manager, but she is a. I mean, pretty much our assistant managers, they have areas that they are over, but they can help out where need be. And I know this assistant manager who was helping me, I know I'm not going to say any names. I know that she has front end experience. So, I mean, I've talked to her before. I've gotten along great with her. And she sat me down and explained to me that I have gone over the allowed days off and that our store manager was going through and pretty much anybody who was over 9 is gone, and that I was one of those, and that they were gonna have to let me go. And I'm like, oh, okay. Um, so I had to, turn in everything and text mom real quick, hoping that she hadn't come back home yet, because I knew she had to do some shopping. So I figured nothing else, she was either in store or in the area. So, just so in case you didn't get the point, I have been fired. I am currently jobless. So it's kind of interesting when, it was like, okay, well, gather my stuff, went and let the person who I worked with through the day, I was like, just so you know, you're gonna have to figure out who's closing tonight because I just got fired. But like I said, just before all the controversy started of, Walmart's horrible, blah, 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 they shouldn't have done that. And I've had to explain this to my friends. I know what I did wrong. I called out more than I should have. Yes, I could have got doctor's excuses and possibly gotten those, absences approved, but I went over the, absences that were allowed for the 6 month period. That's just the ones like, I did the crime. I'm doing my time. The manager did say that, these absences do stick with you. So once they start falling off, that I will be able to reapply and come back. So she says give about 3 to 4 months and I should be able to come back. So there is a good note there. In the meantime, I actually got to make a phone call here after this podcast and contact unemployment to see if I can get at least some assistance while I'm out of work. I have already started to fill out some applications. I've been talking to a friend of mine about, making my resume all pretty and all that fun. On the good news, that leaves me more time for you guys. I can do a lot more vlogs and podcasts. I've got a lot to film in ways of my Weasley videos, well, podcasts. So I got to do a lot of podcasting for the next couple days. So this does give me time to do that. I don't have to worry about working a full-time job and trying to fit you guys in. I will be able to do more with that. And like I said, right now it is going to be a lot more podcasts than videos until I find my camera, but hopefully that should be later today when I finish cleaning and sorting and stuff. On the other good news, because this, like I said too, this actually did fall in a good spot for us financially. As they our federal tax refunds just got approved, so tax money will be coming in here shortly. They said probably the next 21 days. So in a month or so, I'll have that money, which was supposed to be set aside for something else. I can't. Oh, I almost gave away something that's happening later this year, which may end up not happening or will be twisted a little bit. But I'll go into that when the time comes. But so we got the tax money coming in, and our merch page has gone live. Um, in case you guys haven't seen it, it's been in the vlogs too. Me and my mom have been going to these conventions, selling our crafts and stuff like that. A lot of people have asked if we had a website, and we haven't. But we have officially launched the website. So if you want to buy some of my merch, I'll post the link below in the description. But we sell all different kinds of stuff. We have keychains, buttons, I've got guitar pick keychains, beaded keychains, got a bunch of other stuff, a bunch of different necklaces with memory lockets, stuff like that. And also eventually, I've got some boys T-shirts as well that we found I think at Walmart. And eventually on the page, I'm going to be doing kind of like a yard sale type section where I'm going to have like just things that are got around my house, certain like just one only closeout kind of stuff, old movies that obviously I don't want. And a while back, I don't think I've really posted about this. I bought a huge set of One Direction cards off of this website, and me and mom spent a couple days sorting them out. Um, so if you got any One Direction fans, I will be eventually posting those on the webpage as well. I do have them in sets or individual cards. And yes, the old sets, so there are Zane cards. You can do what I've been doing and buy them just for dart practice, testing your, shredder. Kidding. Or if you really hate Zane, then go ahead. But so our merch page is live. It's square.com slash or squareup.com/store/prim PRIM. Like I said, link is in the description below, and please check it out. We've already had our very first customer, our friend Mindy in California. But yeah, our friend Mindy was our first customer, and I have posted the first, well, now 9 customers will get a special gift in their package. So please be one of the first 10 to buy from me, and you'll get a special gift as well. And it may extend out farther from that. I have found a couple of things I can put in there, so it might be even the first 20 people. But please check it out if you know any geeks. We got a lot of very geeky stuff from selling at these cons. Like there's a lot of Harry Potter, Firefly, Hunger Games. We got a lot of charms too. Just little metal like pewter charms. We've got all different kinds of animals and shapes there. So please go check it out, buy some stuff, and it'll help me out a whole lot. Also, share the link to this YouTube channel. Because, like I said, these next 3 to 4 months, depending on whether or not one, unemployment kicks in, two, I'm able to find another job, or if nothing else, just wait till I'm able to reapply at my old job. And the other thing is, mom is of that age that she is able to get Social Security very soon. So who knows? Things may actually work out financially for us that, these next few months won't be so horrible. However, because I don't know, please, please, please help us out. Like I said, check out our merch page and share the link to this because I do monetize most of my videos that I'm able to monetize. So that would be great. Thank you guys so much for being so supportive in this. I know this is kind of a long one. Just telling the story of I'm gone. I've got more free time on my hands. But you guys have been great. The few of you who've been loyal and watching these videos and listening to my podcast, I appreciate every single one of you guys. I love you guys so much. Like I said, this is going to be a rough couple of months depending on what happens. Who knows what's going to happen? And like I said, my plans for 2017 may change because of this. Even my plans for, so we've got some Potter stuff coming up. A lot of stuff might change from what I was hoping and planning because, well, as I've learned, God's timing is very different to our timing. What I want and what He needs for me is completely different. But I will talk to you guys later. Hopefully, I'll get some more fun stories to talk about. Like I said, I was going to bring back those would you rather cards and do that. Find some like icebreaker questions. But please, if you got any questions, ask me in the comments below or go to my Facebook page. Like I said, I've got my Weasley page I'm working on. So keep an eye out for that. I've got it up, but I've got a lot more videos and a lot more podcasts to record. And hopefully, I'll get some videos back up as soon as I find my camera. So pray for me, guys. If you guys are, put some positive vibes out there, whatever it is that you do, just do it, please. Like I said, love you guys. I will talk to you later. Bye.